Hello everyone, welcome to official YouTube channel of SM Education Services. In this particular video we are going to cover about the differences between MSMD courses and DNB courses. We will talk about the pros and cons about each course and why should we go for DNB and why shouldn't we go for DNB. Same way why we should go for MSMD and why we shouldn't go for DNB in particular situation. So let's know about DNB first. It got started in 1970 to 75, and the reason behind DNB to start, the number of seats in MSM and MD was not sufficient enough to serve the entire country. So we didn't have as many doctors we required to serve everyone in the India from a medical point of view. So the National Board of Examination, it comes under National Board of Examination, and MSMD course gets conducted by Medical Courses of India, MCI board, and both MCI and National Board of Examination, NBE, comes under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. So earlier the mindset of the candidates was to go for DNB only if you don't have sufficient budget or you don't have any option to get the seat in MSMD for particular branch. So we'll talk about what are the differences. We will see the different perspectives, why DNB and MSMD are they equivalent or is there any different. So first point is the public perception. If a layman as a patient thinks to go to consult a doctor, they will go for MSMD, and to DNB they think is a kind of a diploma degree, but DNB is not a diploma degree. However, it starts with D, but D doesn't stand for diploma. It's a 3 years degree course, and they too have to qualify for examination, and based on the examination counseling they complete, they get the hospital, and in the hospital they do 3 years course, both theory as well as practical. Okay, the second point of view to measure the difference between DNB and MSMD is amount of stipend. The stipend amount is bit higher in MSMD compared to DNB, but it is not complete truth. In some of the hospital the stipend amount is very handsome, is 70 to 80,000 per month, but on an average is 30 to 40,000 per month is the average stipend amount for DNB. Coming to MSMD, the college fee is high when it comes to private colleges, and the number of faculties, they get dedicated faculties for the candidates. You have dedicated classroom, academic sessions, so you have so many staff faculties to support you for your curriculum, for your practical experience. But in DNB you need to depend on your seniors. If you have good rapport with your seniors, you will get hands-on opportunity, and if you are not if you didn't get a good hospital, then chances to get hands-on may vary. Next point is already discussed, academics. If you get a medical private college, the fee you have to pay is less in the private college, the fee you have to pay high in MSMD, but in DNB the total fee per year is same. Last year in 2019 it was 1.25 lakhs. This time also the fee is 1.25 lakhs, and for the DNB counseling registration the fee is 3,000. Once you pay the fee of 3,000 as a registration fee, you are eligible to do the counseling from round 1 until the mop-up round, that is in-person round. Talking about MSMD, state, open state or MCI, MCC, All India Counseling, you might have to pay a security deposit of 2 lakhs rupees. Like you take a state UP and other states, the college fee for the same branch is going to be much higher, much higher compared to DNB. But if you see like hospitals like Gangaram, Sant Stephen, and many other top brands, there the academic is as good as MSMD, a good college for MSMD, right? The fourth point is exit exam. MSMD course can easily be completed within the given duration of 3 years, and for theory as well as practical, because you have internal examiner and external examiner. So internal examiner will definitely support you so much, and they know you, and the external examiner coming from other place, they are also if you have gone to a deemed university, they also know you a bit. And so there is no problem in exit exam. You complete the course within 3 years of time frame. When it comes to DNB, the exam gets conducted at pan India level. It means if you have if you are pursuing your degree of DNB from North India, you might be sent for your examination to southern part of India. So you need to travel so much distance. You might need to face language problem, and you don't have any kind of internal support which you get in MSMD examination. So still you can if you work hard, you have so much passion, you can complete, you can pass all the exams in within 3 years of time. It also depends on the hospital should have good passing ratio, and those are the factors need to be considered when you go for DNB counseling and choice filling. So these are the 4 points. Public perception, that doesn't matter a lot if you have good skill, if you have developed good skill over 3 years of time. Stipend amount, if you go to a good DNB hospital, it can be as equivalent to MSMD. Academics, still it depends on which hospital you got after your counseling. And exit exam, it depends on your potential, your capabilities, and your interest in the subject. You can definitely complete the course in 3 years of time, given that the passing ratio for a particular hospital is good. Now we'll talk about DNB. Is DNB equivalent to MD? Very important question. Is DNB equivalent to MD? One candidate has completed MSMD course in pediatrics. Other person has completed DNB in pediatrics. So there are many factors that will guide you. Is it equivalent to are both equivalent, or there is the difference? So talking about government job, working in corporate hospital, or doing your private practice, or applying for job for UPSC and armed forces, so there is no difference. Both candidates have done having a DNB degree or MSMD degree, both are eligible for these exams and corporate hospital, government job, and private practice. So there is no difference. Coming to, if you think if you want to go for in a college as a medical teaching faculty, assistant professor, lecturer, or like those posts, then definitely it makes difference between those two courses, DNB and MSMD. If you have done MSMD and if you want to go for a faculty in a college, right, medical faculty in college, you need to complete 1 year of SRship. Even if you done MSMD, you have to complete 1 year of SRship in order to be eligible to be a faculty member in a medical college, government or private, right? Now we'll look at DNB and MSMD from the government norms. So the ministry so the board has has come to some created some rules. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Department has created some rules, and based on that rule we are going to see how equivalent are those two degrees. Okay, so you can see here determination of equivalence of qualification of DNB, broad specialties, with MSMD and DNB super specialties with DM and MCH. So there are a set of rules. These rules are a bit difficult to understand, but let me clarify it for you. If you have the candidate has completed DNB training from an institute which now runs MCI recognized post graduation degree also. If you have done the DNB course from a college which also runs MSMD course for particular subject, then DNB degree and MSMD degree for that particular subject from the college is equivalent. There is no difference. That is the first point, point A. Those candidates who have undergone DNB training in an institute which now runs MCI recognized postgraduate degree courses in a given subject. Subject should be same. If the college provides a MSMD degree in pediatrics and you have done the completed DNB degree in pediatrics from the same college, then it's the same. The value is same. But college doesn't provide MSMD course in pathology and you have done DNB from pathology, then the degree is not equivalent. Even if you have completed DNB from the same MCI recognized institute. So that is the point number 1. Now coming to point number 2, if you have done a DNB training from a multi-speciality teaching hospital with capacity of at least 500 beds. So you have done from a hospital which has at least 500 beds and involved in various post-graduation super specialty teaching programs. Then in that case, your degree, your DNB degree, and you have your hospital should fulfill these criteria. Post-graduation broad specialties 30 beds per unit and postgraduate super specialties 20 beds per unit, and 50% beds should be teaching beds. Then only your DNB degree from such hospitals will be equivalent to MSMD degree. Okay, so for A and B, MSMD and DNB degrees both are equivalent. There is no difference. Coming to C section, the point number C, those candidates who have completed 3-year DNB course, okay, from a hospital that has 100 beds to 500 beds, any number between 100 to 500, they have to work one additional year as a senior resident, that is SR, in a MCI recognized permitted institute for equivalence to get the equivalent degree with MSMD. So this is the point. If you have done your DNB from a hospital that has less than 500 beds and more than 100 bed, then you have to work as one more additional year as a SR in a recognized MCI recognized institute, and then your degree of DNB is equivalent to MSMD. Okay, now coming to the fourth point, you have done your DNB from a hospital that doesn't have even 100 beds, the number of beds is 50, 60, less than 100, then you have to complete work as a SR for 2 additional years. You can read out, shall work for 2 additional years as senior resident research institute CSIR in MCI recognized permitted medical college institute for equivalence with MSMD. So now it should be clear to you, these rules governed by the board, National Board of Examination and Medical Council of India, keep on changing. So have a look on the updated rules, what are the criteria and how many years of SR need to be completed depending on which hospital you have done the MSMD from. So these are very specific rules. And now coming to the point, how you should choose and which are the branches, are the good branches when you go for DNB course. So in DNB course, if you had happened to get a hospital that doesn't have good hands-on, so especially for surgical branches like general surgery, you should not go to any hospital that doesn't have good hands-on for general surgery course. You will definitely get a chance to see the surgery, but you will hardly get a chance to do it on yourself, and you won't be able to learn. So rather than going for general surgery from a below average hospital, you should go for paraclinical branches from a good hospital, because your experience, your skill set and your hands on, what you got in three, what you have done in years, 3 years of time is matters a lot, because it's practical course and you need to do. Apart from practical, you need to complete the theory part as well. For theory part, you can go over and get the last 10 to 15 years question paper, and the new question paper will be having more or less the question from the 10 to 15 years old question paper only. Some language, some word changing will be there, but you will be able to pass it if you concentrate the theory part. But for the practical, you can be sent any place in India, because the exam happen at pan India level, and you need to ready with that. So you have to be well prepared. Any chance you get to get hands on, so you need to have a good rapport with your seniors, your mentors, your guide, so that they give you chance for your hands on and you get experience, right? And you can pass out the exam. So good DNB branches are like radiology, anesthesia, orthopedics, ophthalmology, pediatrics, pathology. So these are good branch. Uh, Even you have like a good academic, or if you are following like YouTube videos of some of the good uh, professors, you will have you will gain so much confidence and knowledge when it comes to academic and theory paper. When it is coming to general surgery, you must go to a hospital that has very good hands-on setup for you ready, and so that you can learn and get a good experience. So this is pretty much everything I wanted to cover when it comes to difference between DNB and MSMD. There are other perspectives. If you don't have much budget for MSMD, you can definitely go for DNB, but you should look for the good hospital, keeping in mind the factors like number of beds. That is going to help you out in the equivalence of MSMD degree. After a number of beds, the next point you should look is passing ratio of the hospital. Language problem, if you come from North India and you directly go to the very remote place, hospital that is in a village in South India, you will face language problem. Vice versa, someone from South India comes to a remote village, a hospital that is remote village in North India, will face so much language problem. So you need to consider those points as well. On top of the quality of hospital, hands-on, everything. Stipend amount is the third thing that you need to consider, but these all things will follow each other. If the quality is good, if the brand is good, then the stipend will also be good and hands-on will also be good. But it's not always easy to get a branded hospital within your rank. If your rank is 30, 25 or more than 50, then you might not get a good, you can't get at all a good branded hospital. In that case, you have to look at the remaining chances for you in your rank, and for particular branch where the hospital is good, the hands-on is good. So rather than looking for a good branch, you can look for a good hospital for particular branch. So the combination of branch and hospital should be good. It's not that you have just got radiology, but there is no learning opportunity in the hospital. You got general surgery, but there is no hands-on opportunity. Then there is no ease of it. So you should go for good hospital in combination with good branch, right? Even if you are able to get good hospital for ophthalmology, at the same point of time you can get in the same rank not very good hospital, below average hospital, and you are getting orthopedics, then you have to choose. I would suggest you to go for ophthalmology, where you can have good hands-on and good learning, and you can pass out in 3 years of time, and after you come out of 3 years of your duration, then you will have so much experience rather than completing a pediatrics or good branch from a hospital that doesn't have so much learning opportunity or hands-on for you. So it's your call, and try to get a seat for MSMD. If you are not very confident of and you don't want to work so much and don't want to study, DNB is only for those who really are passionate for their branch and for their career. If you are not so much passionate and you have some attitude problem also, you need to face problem when you go for DNB, because it depends on so much how much good rapport you have with your seniors. So with this I will complete this video, and if you have any question, any more question related to MSMD or DNB, which one to go for in your particular rank, with your all the restriction like budget problem and everything, if you have choice for particular branch only, so there are many factors that can play a role. You can definitely ask us to the number given on the screen, 7047542127, and another number you can find in the description is 931912867. So until next update, I will say, if you like this video, then you definitely click on the like button, subscribe to the channel for more relevant videos and updates, and click on the bell button so that you can get notification as well. So until next update, bye bye, and be safe at home, and thank you for watching.